Here we are going to study rules for drawing a ray diagram for convex mirror. Earlier we have studied concave mirror. Now we have to study convex mirror. Okay. So first rule. If the ray of light parallel to the principal axis of convex mirror, the reflected ray appears to be coming from the focus. Now see, here I have drawn the principal axis and center of curvature, focus and pole of this convex mirror. This is convex mirror and this center of curvature, focus and pole, it is to the right side. Okay. Now what is the rule? If the ray of light parallel to the principal axis of convex mirror, so this is the object, or this is the first ray parallel to the principal axis of the convex mirror, and we know that the convex mirror is diverging mirror. Diverging mirror means the ray will go away. It will not converge, it will get diverged. So this is the first ray parallel to the principal axis, and after reflection it get diverged. Okay, so it will not go inside the mirror, it will get diverged. But after diversion or in the diversion, it appears to be coming from the focus. So this is the ray parallel to the principal axis and it get diverged. But in the divergence, it appears to be coming from the focus. That is the first rule. If the ray of light parallel to the principal axis of the convex mirror, which is diverging mirror, the reflected ray appears to be coming from the focus. So this is incident ray, it get reflected, and imaginary we have increased it here, it appears to be coming from the focus. And in the ray diagram there is no need to show the object. Okay. Now second rule. What is the second rule? If the incident ray is going towards the center of curvature of the convex mirror, then reflected ray is reflected by the same path. Now again same arrangement. Here we don't have to take any measurements. We have to just we have drawn here the principal axis. Here we have center of curvature, focus and pole. Here we have convex mirror, and now see, incident ray is going towards the center of curvature, means it is not passing in the mirror. It is going towards the center of curvature and it is reflected by the same path. So this is the incident ray and this is the reflected ray. But it appears to be coming from the center of curvature. Now we will study third rule. Now third rule for the convex mirror. A ray of light going towards the focus of convex mirror, then it is reflected back parallel to the principal axis. Now here we have convex mirror. Light ray is coming from the left side, and here we have center of curvature, focus and pole to the right side. Now what is the rule if the ray of light is going towards the focus? So this is now incident ray, which is shown in blue color. This is incident ray and it appears to be going towards focus. It is not going inside. It appears to be going towards focus and it will not go inside. It will reflected back as it is parallel to the principal axis. So this is incident ray and this is reflected ray. If incident ray is going towards the focus, then it get reflected back parallel to the principal axis. That is the third rule. Now fourth rule is same for the convex mirror as well as concave mirror, that we have already studied. Now here again we have convex mirror, center of curvature, focus and pole. Now what is the fourth rule? If the incident ray directly incident at the pole of the convex mirror, here we have convex mirror and incident ray directly strikes at the pole. So here we get the angle of incidence between incident ray and principal axis. Then it is get reflected back, making the same angle, means angle of incidence and angle of reflection is same. So this is incident ray and this is reflected ray, and here angle R is equal to angle R. So what is the rule? If the incident ray strikes at the pole of the convex mirror, then it is reflected back, making same angle with the principal axis. Now we have to actually draw the ray diagram for convex mirror. Now see, for concave mirror we have studied 6 ray diagrams. For convex mirror we have only 2 ray diagrams. Okay. first object at infinity. Now see how this diagram is drawn. Now here what is this? This is principal axis, and this distance we have to take the measurement here, actually drawing the ray diagram. So here we have 8 centimeter distance, and here CFP 048. So this is center of curvature, focus and pole, and this is convex mirror. This is principal axis. This distance is 8 centimeter. Focus is exact middle point of this 8 centimeter line segment. Now where is object? Object at infinity. When object is at infinity, we have to show the larger object above and below the principal axis. So here we have shown the object which is above and below the principal axis. So this is the object, and when object is at infinity, rays are always parallel. So we have to show two rays, and both rays are parallel to the principal axis. So this is the first ray parallel to the principal axis from the top of the object, and this is the second ray parallel to the principal axis from the bottom of the object. Both rays are parallel to the principal axis. And what is the rule? When they are parallel to the principal axis, from the convex mirror it get diverged. So this is the incident ray and this is the reflected ray. It get diverged. Why? Because it is convex mirror. But what is the rule? It appears to be coming from the focus. So this is the incident ray, this is the reflected ray, but it appears to be coming from the focus. Similarly, here we have incident ray. It get reflected like this, but it appears to be coming from the focus. So both rays are not going to intersect actually. When imaginary we extend them backside behind the mirror, they are going to intersect imaginary at this point. So where we will get the image? We will get the image at the focus. So these are the incident ray, these are the reflected ray. They are increased imaginarily and they intersect at this point. So we get the position of the object at focus. Now rays are not actually intersecting. So the nature of the image is virtual and erect. This image is virtual image. Reflected rays are not going to intersect actually. And size is point sized, or it is called as the highly diminished. So this is the first case where object at infinity from the convex mirror. Now second, object between infinity and pole anywhere. So here again same things are drawn here. We have here principal axis, center of curvature, focus, pole, again 8 centimeter distance. Now see this diagram. In this diagram, what we have to keep, where we have to keep the object between infinity and pole, anywhere. So we have only one diagram here. Here we have infinity and here object between infinity and pole, anywhere. So here this is the object. Now what is the first rule? First ray parallel to the principal axis and it get diverged. This is the incident ray parallel to the principal axis. It get diverged, but it appears to be coming from the focus. So this is the incident ray, this is the reflected ray and appears to be coming from the focus. And how the second ray go? Second ray go according to the second rule, that second ray is going toward the center of curvature. So this is the second ray. It is going towards the center of curvature. It is not actually going. It appears to be going to the center of curvature and it is reflected by the same path. So this is the incident ray and this is the reflected ray. And both are increased imaginarily behind the mirror. And both rays are going to intersect here. So here we get the intersection point above to the principal axis. So here we get the image that is the virtual image. So what is the explanation of the image? Position. What is the position of the image? Image is formed between pole and focus. What is the nature? It is virtual and erect. It is erect and rays are not actually intersecting. So it is virtual above the principal axis. And size, if we compare the size of the object and image, image is smaller than the object. Now we are going to see the uses. Now uses of concave mirror and uses of convex mirror. So there are many uses of concave mirror. So first, concave mirror is used by dentists to see the image of teeth of patient. So in this case, doctor will use the concave mirror and he will get the virtual and erect image of the tip. Then it is used in the headlights of vehicles, and it is also used in the torches to get the powerful beam of the light. When we want the parallel light rays from the torch or the headlight of the vehicle, then concave mirror is used. Then it is also used in the solar devices. In the solar devices, all light rays has to concentrate at a single point. They has to be converged. So it is used in the solar devices to focus sun's energy at one point. And it is also used in the shaving mirror and makeup mirror, where we will get the virtual and erect image of the object or our face. That are the uses of the concave mirror. Then uses of the convex mirror. So we have seen the rear view mirror in our vehicles like car, bus and truck. Everywhere there is a rear view mirror which gives the image of the behind object. So in that all mirror, which type of mirror is it? That is the convex mirror, because convex mirror always form virtual and erect image. Convex mirror never forms real and inverted image. So whatever objects are there behind the mirror, at all distances, that behind car or bus, it is always what we will get the virtual and erect image at all the distances. So all the vehicles have rear view mirror which is of a convex mirror, and it is also used in the shop security mirror. Today we use CCTVs, but in earlier days shop security mirrors are used. So these mirrors are used and they are kept at the various places in the shop to watch everything from all corners of the shop. So these are the uses of concave mirror and convex mirror.